Hey folks, welcome! My name is Kurt, aka the Vitruvian Gamer, and today I am talking about a game. I mentioned this already in one of the previous episodes of All Aboard, where I was telling about the Belgian Championship Crokinole that was happening there. And well, I have some footage of that, but before I am showing you some footage, I thought I would explain you what this game is. So I have this lying ready on the table and I'm going to show you what the hell this game Crokinole is before you get attacked by all these gameplay footage of the game. So let's go to the table and see Crokinole. And this, people, yes, this is a Crokinole board. As you can see, it's a big wooden round thing on which this game is played. Now, what do you need to know? Well, first of all, you have two ways to play this. You can play 1 versus 1, then players sit across each other. One player will have 12 black discs, one will have 12 white discs. Or other colors, you can buy discs in different colors if you like, but normally standard, these are the colors that the game plays in. Now, you can also play this in teams of 2 players. In that case, players of the same team sit across each other, like that. Each one has 6 discs of their color, and well, play will continue in clockwise order. One player will go, the next player, so a player of the next team sitting left to him will play, and so on until all discs have been used. Alright, so what are the rules of this game? Well, the goal of this game is to have the most points or to be the first team to reach 100 points, or the first player if you're playing a 2-player game. You can also play a different way, like in the Belgian Championship. You play the game, highest scoring team, well, they got 2 points. If there was a tie, there was 1 point for each team. And well, if you lost, you didn't get any points, of course, and you played until a certain amount of points. Okay, so let's take these discs off this board. Now, how do you score points? Well, you want your discs on the table or in the little hole here in the middle of the table. As you can see, it fits a disc. Not too much space, but more than enough to fit a disc like that. A disc that enters this hole is removed out of it and put aside. And well, if you do that, you score 20 points. If you have a disc of yours in the hole, 20 points. If you end the game or that playing round with each disc in this circle here, that's still lying there, and in the circle we mean completely inside of the circle. If it touches the line, then it's moved to the next part of the board. Well, this part here is worth 15 points for each disc, 10 points and 5 points. If a disc ever reaches or touches this line of the outer circle, it is removed. It doesn't score anything and it shouldn't be there anymore. It's removed from the board. Okay, now how are we going to do this? Well, we have a start player always, and that player, well, if there are no other discs on the board, he has to play this, well, he has to flick his disc like this, or with the more touchy way you can choose, but you cannot do it like this with this style. You cannot do that. Okay, when there is no other disc or no disc of another team or your opponent on the table, on the board, you have to flick your disc inside the middle circle. Now, you can of course do it like this, which was lucky for me, of course, but your disc has to be in the middle circle. If you flick the disc and it's not in there, it is removed and the next player gets his or her turn. Now, if there is a disc of the opponent on the board, or multiple discs, let's say I'm the black player now. Now, I cannot just flick my disc in the middle circle. That would be too easy. No. As soon as there are 1 or more discs of your opponent in well, on the board, you always have to hit one of their discs. There are two ways to do that. You can flick your disc against one of their discs. Okay, great. Or if you also have a disc on the board, you are also allowed to flick your disc against your own, and which might hit the disc of your opponent. Okay, if you do not hit the disc of the opponent, your disc that you just flicked is removed from the board. If you hit your own disc, and you, oops, bad example, if you hit your own disc but not one of the others, all discs, so the one that you flicked with and the one that has been hit by your own disc, they both get removed. So you have to be very careful with that. Okay, but flicking, you have to flick your disc from your area. Your area, well, each player has this area where he sits in front of. This is my area here. I have to flick my disc from this bottom line here. Anywhere where I want, it just has to touch this bottom line. I can put it like this, like that. I can put it in the middle, I can put it aside. That's the rule for that. And there is this one butt cheek rule as well. You cannot move your chair. You're not allowed to do that. You can move yourself a little bit, but you have to sit on the chair with at least one of your butt cheeks. That's an important rule as well. Okay, let's say we play the game and, well, in the end of this game, we have some discs are on the board. And let's say the black player has also put one disc aside because he managed to put it in the middle of the board. Okay, so this might be the end of the game. Now we would score. Scoring, very simple. A disc that has been flicked into the hole is worth 20 points. Each disc in the middle, 15 points. But if there are more discs of opponents, well, then they cancel each other out. So in this example, both of these discs would score 15 points, but they are in the same place, so they cancel each other out. They get removed from the board. This black one here, as you can see, it's on the line here. That means we put it in this scoring area. And in this example, well, these two discs each score 10 points and these white each score 5. That means black would score 40 points, white scores 10. That's a difference of 30 points, meaning black scores 30 points this round. If they added up to previous scores, if there were already games previous to this one, if black reaches a score now in total of 100 or more points, the black team wins. If not, well, the starting player is the player that was second last round, and we play one more game and we do everything anew until one team does reach 100 points. Okay, I think that's the main thing about this game. There are probably some more rules that I missed, but the most important rules I think I covered. So, if there's no other disc on the board, you have to flick it in the middle of the board. I did this again. So, you might not think that I'm really good at this, but I'm really not, honestly. So it has to be in the circle. If you put it in the hole, it's put aside. If there's a disc of your opponent, you always have to hit the other disc first. Of course, you might try to hit it in a way that the other one goes out of the board, and maybe that your goes in a really good place, or preferably in the hole. You always flick from your starting area, this line here in front of you. Keep one butt cheek on the chair, don't move your chair, and well, that's about it. So, very important thing about this game, your dexterity is not for everyone, but you can practice. But the most important thing in this game is focus. You have to keep your focus, that's the main thing here. You can be really good, but if you don't keep your focus, you're not going to win against a player who also is pretty good at this game, but can focus much longer or much better. Alright people, that's Crokinole for you. If you see a board somewhere, just challenge one of your friends. Try this out, because this is a really fun game. Really simple actually, but really fun and quite addictive. It is really popular in the game club I'm in. Now, pretty soon, well, probably this week, I will upload also some footage of the Belgian Championship, so you can see some good players play this. Really, the ones I just played in the whole, pure coincidence, and really not that good. But I thank you for watching. Have you ever played this game or not? Would you like to? What do you think about it? Just let me know. Put your comments below here, below the video. Always appreciate it. Well, put a thumbs up if you like this video, and share this with friends and family and whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all somewhere in the future. Bye bye.